So let's go on to Unit 3. So Unit 3 starts on page 25. In Unit 3, we're going to be talking about things to wear. We might discuss topics as far as you stating what I'm wearing today, what you're going to wear tomorrow, what you wore yesterday, or asking questions of somebody else as far as what are you wearing today, how to properly ask somebody those kind of questions about clothes. So let's read through these questions on page 25. Do you mind starting with 631?
What are you going to wear today?
Okay. Do you want to read 632?
I'm going to wear my blue suit. Is that all right?
Do you want to read next one?
I've got to send two suits to the cleaners.
Do you want to read?
I walked from church to send to laundry.
Laundry.
So I've got some shirts to send to the laundry. Do you want to read 635?
You ask to have the house clean and present.
Pressed.
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 Yeah. So you ought to have that coat cleaned and pressed. Do you guys know what that means, to have something cleaned and pressed?
To iron.
To iron, yes. So pressed is to iron something. Do you want to read 636?
We got to get this safe was and into
Iron.
So yeah, iron.
Iron.
So similar to pressed, ironed would be another way to say it. Do you want to read 637?
All my dresses are dirty. I haven't got anything to wear.
Awesome, thank you. Do you want to read 638?
Laura's better wear a jacket. It's chilly today.
You go ahead.
His that does not fit her anymore. She's grown out of it.
Thank you. And so I'll read the rest. The boy has outgrown his clothes. These shoes are worn out. They've lasted a long time. Remember we discussed worn out. What does worn out mean?
It's for a long time. Clothes that is for a long time.
Yeah, so they're in need of, the official definition was in need of repair or damage. That they're worn down, they're not as in as good of quality as they used to be. I can't fasten this collar button. Why don't you get dressed now? Put on your best suit. My brother came in, changed his clothes, and went out again. I didn't notice you were wearing your new hat. Are there any sentences, and this is again where I want to spend some time talking about any words in here you don't understand, any phrases in here you don't understand. These are all typical sentences that you would ask somebody or say to somebody about wearing clothes. What's a word in here you don't understand what it means, or a sentence you don't understand?
Chilly.
What is it?
Chilly.
Chilly? Okay.
Cold. Not so cold. Cool. Cool. Cool.
So what do you think it means?
Cool.
Cool.
Colorful.
Okay.
Colorful.
Colorful?
Cold.
Cold, yes. So when I think of chilly, personally I think of cold. The definition of chilly, it could be cool too. I mean, cool is a less dramatic way of saying it. Chilly, when I say I'm chilly, and I guess in this case, it says, you better wear a jacket, it's chilly today. If she has to wear a jacket, it's likely pretty cold outside. So chilly would mean cold. It's basically just another way of saying cold, a more descriptive way of saying cold. When I use the word chilly, I normally associate it with describing the weather.
Oh, I related.
But if the weather is cool, another word for cool, cool,
Yeah, when I say the weather is cool,
a little bit.
I don't think that's as dramatic as saying the weather is chilly. When I say the weather is chilly, I think it's a little bit colder than cool. I think it is cool. That's not incorrect. But I think if I was to say the weather is cool, or the weather is chilly, both of these are cool or cold. To me, if I said this would indicate it's colder than if I said the weather is cool. You might say the weather is cool if it's a nice breeze at night or something, but if it's actually chilly, you actually need a jacket. I would probably use chilly or cold, as that probably describes more of a colder situation than just cool.
If the weather has a snow, can you call chilly? It's snow.
Or yeah, and if it's actually snowing, I would probably actually say it's snowing outside. Because chilly by itself wouldn't indicate that it's snowing. If you wanted to let somebody know it was snowing, you'd probably just say it was snowing. But that's the definition of chilly, is again, it's cool, it's cold, it's probably more so leaning towards chilly, cold, you need a jacket. It's more than just cool outside.
And when chilly has 1 L, chilly, this is 2 L. If you use 1 L, what's the meaning? Chilly,
If you use
1
one,
L. Yeah?
I don't know if that's a word.
In Thailand, we use this word. Means that the spicy vegetable. Chili.
Oh, okay. Because
Vegetable.
the way I spell it is with it's like
Oh,
that.
the wine. Oh, I.
So the chili, just not to confuse anybody, that doesn't mean cold. Chili here, it just CHILI, I think means the spice.
Yes, spicy.
Spice.
Can we call the vegetable?
So which is a lot different than being cold. So it's actually pretty hot and spicy. What other words do you guys see here you don't know what they mean? Or any phrases? Feel free. Pressed, okay. So when I say something is pressed, a lot of times I associate, well, normally I would associate anything that's pressed with clothes, with laundry, with something you need ironed. So if you have something pressed, you have something ironed. So you iron the wrinkles out of your shirt. When you iron the wrinkles out of your shirts and make it clean, crisp, you pressed the shirt.
And another meaning of press. Another meaning.
Another meaning of pressed is you actually, you iron something, but in general, if I press down on this table, I'm putting pressure on it. I'm pressing down on the table. So pressed is when you use pressed to describe clothes. It's specifically talking about ironing. When you're ironing, you're pressing down on clothes. A more general definition of pressed, it means the same thing, but you're just pressing on something. You're putting pressure on something.
We press the letter such as the newspaper or book. Pressed.
Yeah, so the printing press
Then
that prints the newspapers is pressing down on that piece of paper to
Use-
print.
use printing, not use press.
Right, it's printing.
Yeah.
So if I pressed down on something, what does that mean to you? put pressure on it.
Put pressure.
What is color?
Mm-hmm.
C5 color.
Collar, okay.
Collar
So what is collar?
sits on the neck. So, yeah.
So
Oh,
a couple people have collared shirts on. Yeah, so your shirt has a collar on it? Yeah, so it's basically, my shirt doesn't have a collar on it.
not.
His does. So basically, collar is just the thing that goes around your neck underneath your shirt.
Fasten is fasten.
Yes, so there's usually a button on the top of your collar.
What is fasten?
Oh, fasten, okay.
Fasten.
So I can't fasten this collar button. When I say fasten,
Fasten.
To put on the
to
button.
put,
Put on the button.
yeah, I think of to put together.
Yeah, put them.
So you have a button and the button hole, one on each side. You put those together to fasten
Fasten.
the collar. What's another word? What does outgrown mean?
Too tall or too fat? Too tall or too fat?
Yes, yes. So on 640, the boy has outgrown his clothes. To outgrow your clothes would just mean that you're too large.
Bigger
Or
than
bigger.
the core. Than the core.
Yeah. Then your clothes. You're growing, the clothes are too small. Anything else?
Teacher,
Uh-huh.
641. They're lasting a long time. What is
These
that?
shoes are.
Okay. So these shoes are worn out. They've lasted a long time. Are you wanting the pronunciation or what it means? Both, okay. So,
One to damage. To buy a new one.
so they've lasted, so the definition of lasted,
There.
so they've lasted
Lasted.
Yes.
Lasted.
a long time.
Used for a long time.
Mhm. So they've,
Okay, just for a long time.
they've existed, what did you say?
A long time.
What was that, what was the word you used?
Used for a long time.
Yeah, used for a long time to stay in good shape, to stay in good condition. So basically when I use the word lasted, I've implied that whatever has lasted has stayed in good condition for a long period of time, and you've been able to use it. So in this example, these shoes are worn out. They've lasted a long time. So for a long time, these shoes have stayed in good condition to where whoever this is was able to use them. These shoes he was able to use a long time. They've stayed in good condition, so they've lasted him for a long time until now. Now they're worn out.
Means can use follow I can use it because it stay in a good condition. Can use it because it's not damaged.
Right. Now they are. Now, currently these shoes are worn out, so they're damaged. They're in need of repair. But they've been there. But he's used these shoes forever. Let's just say for the past 5 years. So for the past 5 years, they've lasted and stayed in good condition until now. Because they lasted so long, they're in need of repair.
Give me an example for
to stay in good condition.
To stay in good condition?
Lasted.
Okay. So example of lasted. I'll use a couple different examples, some of them not even related to clothes. So three different ways of using lasted. The first one, this concert has lasted a long time. The point, these two examples here, this concert has lasted a long time. This day has lasted forever. Both of these have nothing to do with clothes. Both of these have nothing to do with for something to stay in good condition, like clothes. This is to show you that lasted can be used in things other than like a physical item. Again, lasted basically is describing a period of time. So, for example, what am I saying here? This first sentence, this concert has lasted a long time. What am I saying there? If I was to tell somebody that, what does that mean?
Because it's playing very long.
Yeah, so they're playing, like whoever is playing in this concert has been playing for a long time. So this concert, maybe it's been going on for 4 hours, which is a long time. So I would say this concert has lasted, has been ongoing. In other words,
if the concert is non-stop playing, can you use lasted? Concert playing non-stop playing.
so if they're still playing? So if it was still playing, what would I say? If it's still playing, that's present tense.
Yeah.
So what's the present tense instead of has? Is. So the concert is lasting a long time. So here, instead of using lasted, the concert has been going. So the concert has been going for a long time. Sorry. That's another way of saying lasted in this case.
Which sentence?
Huh?
This sentence is past, present perfect.
What sentence first?
Being.
This
It's
is.
perfect
yes.
tense.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a perfect tense. Perfect tense.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I was misunderstanding. Yeah. You're right.
Has been.
Perfect.
Now,
Present perfect.
what about this sentence here? This day has lasted forever. What is something I could say besides lasted forever?
Has gone.
Has gone?
No.
Going.
has been.
Now, if you want to use present tense,
Yes.
you can say, this day is going forever. Going, really the point here is that going, to be going, to have been going, to be going, all those basically mean the same thing as lasted. So the day is going forever. What does that mean?
Every day is
So like today, if I'm in today, I'm teaching today, if I say the day is going forever, this day is going by really slowly. It's never ending.
Oh, I think there's no night today. This is only the day, not night.
Right. So if I'm telling somebody this day is going forever, I'm telling them that this day is going by really slowly.
Slowly.
It means bore, B-O-R-E, bore.
Yeah, I'm bored, I want to get to the end of the day. Something like that. Not that I'm saying I am like that, but if I was to tell somebody that this day is going forever, that's what that means. It's going by slowly. It's taking forever to get through the day. Another way of saying this day is lasting forever. Lasting, going, same thing. So, if lasting means going, these clothes have lasted a long time. They have been going, they have existed a long time. Does that help? Okay. Okay, so turn to page 27. Somebody tell me what, we're going to study different verbs here. The first verb is to wear. Wear.
To put on.
To put on, yes. So, what am I wearing today? If you're
T-shirt.
T-shirt? Jeans?
Yeah.
So, what am I wearing? What have I put on today?
No.
So yeah, it was basically what I put on. And so what I'm wearing, what I put on are jeans and a t-shirt. To clean or to press, we've talked about those already. To wash and to iron. To outgrow, to grow out of. Fasten. What about number 6, to come in? My brother came in at 8 o'clock. She comes in here every day at 3 o'clock. Come in, please, and sit down. Do you guys know what that means? Pretty straightforward.
Go inside.
Yeah, to go inside. To enter something. Number 7, to change. My brother came in and changed his clothes and went out again. B, she changes her clothes 2 or 3 times a day. C, you certainly haven't changed very much. You look the same. And D, the tire is flat. You'll have to change it. Any questions about what change means? As you'll notice, change can be used in multiple different ways. If you guys were to describe change, what does change mean?
To change. Do another thing, not the same thing.
What was your definition?
do another thing.
That's neat. So change is to do something different or new. So to do something different or new. So on A, 7A, my brother came in, changed his clothes, and went out again. So to change your clothes, basically what he's doing is he's changing into something new. He's switching into something new or different. Same thing with B. She changes her clothes. She wears new or different clothes 2 or 3 times a day. C, you certainly haven't changed very much. You look the same. So basically this person is saying you don't look any different, you don't look newer, you don't look different than how I remember you. So you haven't changed. And then D, your tire is flat. You'll have to change it. So if your tire is flat, it's not good anymore, it's not usable, you'll have to have a new or different tire to keep driving. And then notice. What does notice mean?
To look at carefully. Notice.
Take note of.
Yes.
Take note.
Yes. So to notice, to observe or take note of. So on A, 8A, have you noticed anything different about me? Have you taken note of or observed anything different about me? So if I was to ask somebody, have you noticed anything different about me? Basically I'm asking them to see if, based on, they have their usual typical impression of what I look like, how I act. If I was to ask them, have you noticed anything different about me? Is there anything different about me than the way they're used to seeing me? Like if I always wear a t-shirt, and today I wear a dress shirt, that's something they might notice, take note of, or observe about myself that's good. Any questions on any of those verbs? So let's go around the room and we're going to do substitution drills, page 28. It's basically what page 28 and 29 are showing are like 12 different sentences. And there's words that are in a box for each sentence. And each set of words in the box are multiple ways of saying the same thing. So, for example, on number 1, I have the choice of saying, what are you going to wear today? Or, what are you going to put on today? Put on and wear are the same thing. So multiple ways of saying the same thing, right? Do you want to read number 2? And use, basically, I would read the sentence using all 5 choices. So what you'll do is go through the first time and say, I'm going to wear my blue suit. Is that all right? Then you'll read it again using the second choice, and the third choice, and the fourth choice, and so on. So go ahead and read.